You open a message you swore to delete. Again. The screen glows in the dark. Fingers hover. Heart sinks. It's not about them. It's the reflex. The pull to revisit what's gone. Each tap, a silent plea for closure that never comes. You know it's pointless, yet the cycle holds. Loneliness isn't the pain. It's the habit of chasing it, expecting a different end. Why do you trace a wound that's already scarred? You think revisiting brings clarity, control. But each glance at their words, their absence, only tightens the loop. The mind convinces itself, one more look will explain. It doesn't. It never has. The truth sits untouched, while you dig deeper into emptiness. The cost isn't loud. It's quiet, insidious. Each moment spent scrolling, replaying, carves a groove, not in them, but in you. The heart learns to expect loss. The mind trains itself to seek regret. What's left isn't just isolation. It's a system wired to repeat. You don't see it breaking because you're too busy feeding it. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The message you clutch, the memory you replay, they're shadows you choose to chase. A chain forged by habit, not truth. Each loop you run is a step further from stillness. When you pause, what do you see? The pain of their absence, or the weight of your own reflex? Look closer. The urge to check, to explain, to hold on, isn't them. It's you teaching yourself to stay trapped. Can you name it? Without reacting? The cycle doesn't stop until you see it. What follows isn't healing. It's a cold reset, a chance to U-hook, to stand still and breathe through the void. You think holding on to regret keeps you tethered to truth. It feels safe, a way to honor what was lost. Each memory replayed, each moment dissected, seems like control. You tell yourself, understanding the pain will set you free. It won't. It never does. The more you grip, the deeper the void grows. Regret isn't clarity. It's a trap. It doesn't explain. It consumes. You don't own the past. You're leasing it at the cost of now. What's left when you stop digging? The silence you fear isn't empty. It's where you begin to see. Not them, not the loss, but the reflex pulling you back. Detach, or it tightens again. What remains when you let the anchor fall? Remedy 1. Override the reflex to chase validation. You seek their approval again. A text unsent, a post unliked, a glance you hope they notice. It's not about them. It's the reflex, the pull to be seen. You tell yourself, their nod, their reply, will fill the void. It won't. Each attempt, a quiet surrender, hands over your worth to someone who doesn't care. You know it's futile, yet the urge persists, a loop you can't break. The heart whispers, one more try, and you'll feel whole. It lies. The cost isn't loud. It's silent, corrosive. Each chase, a step away from self-command. You train your mind to need their eyes, their words, their presence. The loneliness grows, not because they're gone, but because you've outsourced your center. You don't see it because you're too busy running. The system phrase, wired to crave what it can't hold. You're not just chasing them. You're chasing a ghost of yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Their silence, their indifference, isn't your truth. It's noise. The reflex to chase is a chain you forge, link by link. Each time you pause, you weaken it. Each time you act, you tighten it. The choice is yours, but the weight is real. Stop. Detach. Not from them, but from the need. Turn the phone off. Let the urge pass. It's not about winning them. It's about reclaiming you. Step back. Breathe. Let the craving fade. It's not easy. It's not meant to be, but it's yours to control. The mind learns slowly that stillness is stronger than pursuit. Hold the line. Don't react. The void isn't your enemy. It's where you rebuild. You don't owe anything. The reflex to chase is a shadow you can outwalk, but it lingers, waiting for a moment of weakness. What if you turned away? Not once, but every time. The next step is to see the loop before it pulls. Remedy 2. Break the loop of overthinking past losses. The mind replays it again. A moment, a choice, a door that closed. You sit in the dark, tracing what went wrong, why they left, what you missed, how it could have been. Each thought feels like progress, like solving a puzzle. It's not. It's a spiral, pulling you deeper into regret. You tell yourself one more loop and you'll understand. But the answers don't come. Only the weight grows heavier. Every replay costs you now. The mind, stuck in reverse, burns what's left of presence. You don't just lose them. You lose yourself, piece by piece. The lone lines isn't their absence. It's your refusal to let go. The system locks, wired to repeat a story that's already done. You don't see it because you're too busy dissecting a ghost. The past doesn't explain. It consumes. Seneca said, "You must change the way you think, or you will never change the way you suffer." The loop is your creation, not their fault. Each thought you chase is a step away from clarity. Pause. See the pattern. It's not about answers. It's about stopping the question. The mind resists. It craves the familiar ache. But you can override it, one breath at a time. Step back. Pause. Let the thought come. Then let it pass. Don't chase it. Don't fight it. Breathe. Once. Twice. The urge to dissect fades when you refuse to feed it. It's not about forgetting. It's about staying here. The mind learns, slowly, that the past has no power unless you give it. Hold the silence. Don't react. The void isn't loss. It's where you reset. The void is where it clears. A shadow moves unnoticed. Loneliness, like fog, settles in the chest. Not loud, not sharp, but heavy. It's the weight of what's gone, and the silence that follows. You don't fight it, you carry it, because it feels like truth. Epictetus wrote, "You bear what you accept." The fog isn't your enemy, it's your signal. To pause, to see, before the weight becomes you. The fog lifts when you stop running from it, but it lingers, waiting for you to turn back. What if you faced it and chose to stand still? Remedy 3. Stop explaining to ghosts. The words form again. In your head, a script, a defense, a plea. You rehearse what you'd say if they'd listen. Why you didn't mean it. How they misunderstood. What you deserve to be heard. It's not for them. They're gone. It's for you, the voice that won't rest. You tell yourself, explaining will free you from the weight of their silence. It doesn't. It never will. Each unspoken word, a chain you tighten around your own chest. The cost is quiet, but real. Every mental rehearsal steals your presence. You don't just lose their ear, you lose your own. The loneliness grows, not from their absence, but from your need to be understood. The mind locks, looping a conversation that never happens. You don't see it because you're too busy speaking to ghosts. The effort doesn't clarify. It consumes. Epictetus said, "You have power over your mind, not over others' thoughts. Their silence isn't your failure. It's their choice." The reflex to explain is a trap, pulling you back to a moment that's done. Each word you craft is a step away from silence. Pause. Let the urge pass. It's not about them hearing. It's about you stopping. Say less. Step back, breathe, let the words dissolve. Don't send the text, don't shape the argument. It's not surrender. It's self-command. The mind resists. It craves the fight for closure. But you can override it, one choice at a time. Hold the quiet. Don't react. The void isn't rejection. It's where you reclaim your voice. Saying less is power too. The mind speaks in the dark. If I'd been enough, they'd have stayed. The thought cuts, not loud, but deep. Rejection, a blade you hold yourself. You don't fight it, you carry it, because it feels like truth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You need not accept the judgments of others. The blade isn't theirs, it's yours, to hold or to drop. The choice waits in the quiet where you see." The cut of rejection is a wound you can release, but it lingers, waiting for you to pick it up again. What if you let it fall and chose to stand instead? Remedy 4. Release attachment to rejection's sting. Rejection is a tide pulling you under. Their words, their silence, their absence, it stings. You hold it close, not because it's true, but because it's familiar. The pain feels like proof of your lack, your failure. You replay their dismissal, their coldness, as if understanding it will dull the edge. It doesn't. Each revisit sharpens the blade. You tell yourself, holding on keeps you grounded. It doesn't. It drowns you. The cost is your presence. Every moment spent clutching rejection steals your center. The loneliness grows, not from their choice, but from your refusal to let go. You don't just carry their judgment, you make it your own. The mind loops, wiring itself to expect more loss. You don't see it, because you're too busy swimming against the tide. The sting doesn't define you, it consumes you. Seneca wrote, "You suffer when you cling to what's not yours." Their rejection isn't your truth, it's their limit. The reflex to hold on is a weight you choose, not a fate. Each time you grip it, you sink deeper. Each time you release, you rise. The choice is yours, but the tide is relentless. Let go. Step back. Breathe. Let the sting pass. Don't argue with their silence. Don't prove your worth. It's not about them, it's about you. Choosing clarity over pain. The mind resists. It craves the familiar hurt, but you can override it, one breath at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The tide recedes when you stop fighting it. Detachment is a form of respect. You think suppressing the pain makes you strong. You push it down, lock it away, tell yourself it's gone, but it's not. It's there, a shadow, growing in the silence. Each time you deny it, it tightens its grip. Seneca wrote, "What need is there to weep over parts of life when all of it calls for tears?" The pain isn't your enemy, it's your signal to face, to see, before it becomes you. The shadow of pain is a weight you can release, but it waits for you to turn away again. What if you looked at it and chose to stand still? Remedy 5. Witness pain without sinking. You think hiding the pain makes it vanish. You clench your jaw, force a smile, bury the ache. It's not strength, it's a lie. The pain doesn't leave, it festers. A weight you carry in silence. You tell yourself, if you ignore it, it won't control you. But it does. Each time you suppress, you hand it the reins. The heart whispers, keep it down, and you'll be free. It's wrong. The cage only tightens. The cost is your clarity. Every buried ache clouds your mind. The loneliness grows, not from the pain itself, but from your refusal to face it. You don't just hide the hurt, you hide yourself. The system phrase, wired to run from what's true. You don't see it because you're too busy pretending. The ache doesn't fade, it shapes you. Epictetus said, "What need is there to change the world when you can change your mind?" The pain isn't your master, it's your mirror. The reflex to suppress is a choice, not a shield. Each time you push it down, you lose ground. Each time you face it, you gain. The choice is yours, but the truth waits. Witness. Step back. Breathe. Let the pain rise. Don't fight it. Don't flee it. See it, name it, let it pass. It's not about erasing, it's about seeing. The mind resists. It craves the old escape, but you can override it one moment at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The ache isn't your truth. It's just a signal. Pain doesn't mean truth. The mind clings to what's gone. A memory, a moment, a version of you that no longer exists. You hold it tight, as if letting go means losing yourself. The weight grows, not because it's true, but because it's familiar. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind." The memory isn't your anchor, it's your chain, to hold or to release. The choice is yours. The weight of memory is a chain you can break, but it waits for you to reach for it again. What if you let it lie and chose presence instead? Remedy 6. Unhook from the chains of memory. The past calls you back. A face, a word, a moment you can't shake. You hold on as if keeping it close keeps you whole. The memory feels like truth, like a piece of you that can't be lost. But it's not. It's a chain, heavy, pulling you from now. You tell yourself, revisiting will make it right. It won't. Each return tightens the grip on a story that's done. The cost is your ground. Every moment spent in the past steals your presence. The loneliness grows, not from what's gone, but from your refusal to release. You don't just hold the memory, you let it hold you. The mind loops, wiring itself to live in shadows. You don't see it because you're too busy clinging. The past doesn't heal, it binds. Seneca said, "To be afflicted by what's behind is to be exiled from what's before you." The memory isn't your home, it's your prison. The reflex to hold on is a choice, not a necessity. Each time you clutch it, you stay trapped. Each time you let go, you step free. The choice is yours, but the weight is real. Release, step back, breathe, let the memory rise, then fall. Don't chase it, don't fight it. It's not about erasing, it's about you unhooking. The mind resists, it craves the old ache. But you can override it, one breath at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The chain breaks when you stop pulling. Let go isn't weakness. The urge to escape whispers, scroll faster, work harder, drown the silence. Anything to avoid the quiet, where the pain waits. You think running keeps it at bay. It doesn't. It follows a shadow you can't outrun. Epictetus wrote, "You cannot escape yourself, no matter where you go. The quiet isn't your enemy. It's your mirror. To flee or to face, the choice is yours." The shadow of pain is a weight you can't outrun, but it waits for you to turn away again. What if you stopped and chose to be here instead? Remedy 7. Stay present to dissolve distraction. You run from the quiet. The phone glows. The screen scrolls. The music blares. Anything to fill the void. You escape because the silence holds the pain. You think distraction keeps you safe, keeps you moving. It doesn't. It's a cage, locking you out of now. You tell yourself, one more task, one more swipe, and the loneliness will fade. It won't. Each dodge pulls you further from yourself. The cost is your center. Every moment spent fleeing steals your presence. The pain doesn't shrink. It grows, fed by your refusal to face it. You don't just lose the moment, you lose your ground. The mind phrase, wired to chase noise, not truth. You don't see it because you're too busy running. The silence isn't empty. It's where you rebuild. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere can you find a quieter place than within your own soul." The reflex to escape is a choice, not a refuge. Each time you run, you drift. Each time you stay, you anchor. The choice is yours, but the quiet waits. Be here. Step back, breathe, let the silence rise. Don't scroll, don't hide, don't fill it. It's not about comfort, it's about seeing. The mind resists, it craves the noise. But you can override it, one breath at a time. Stand still, don't react. The void isn't your enemy, it's your foundation. Stillness is enough. The mind clings to hope like a rope in a storm. You tell yourself, they'll return. Things will shift. The pain will lift. It's not hope, it's a trap, keeping you tethered to what's not there. Seneca wrote, "You cease to be hurt when you cease to hope blindly. The rope isn't your salvation, it's your weight. To hold or to release, the choice is yours." The trap of false hope is a loop you can break, but it waits for you to reach for it again. What if you let it go and chose detachment instead? Remedy 8. Unhook from false hope. You cling to a future that doesn't exist. They'll see you. They'll change. The pain will fade. You hold the thought tight, as if it's a lifeline. It's not. It's a weight, pulling you from now. You tell yourself, hoping keeps you alive. It doesn't. It traps you in a cycle of waiting for what's not coming. Each wish, a silent plea for a door that's locked. The heart whispers, one more day, and it'll be different. It lies. The cost is your presence. Every moment spent hoping steals your ground. The loneliness grows not from their absence, but from your refusal to let go. You don't just wait, you surrender your self-command. The mind loops, wired to chase a shadow, not truth. You don't see it, Because you're too busy dreaming. The hope doesn't lift, it binds. Epictetus said, "You are not hurt by what happens, but by your opinion of it." The hope isn't your strength, it's your chain. The reflex to cling is a choice, not a necessity. Each time you hold on, you stay tethered. Each time you release, you step free. The choice is yours, but the weight is real. You unhook, step back, breathe, let the hope dissolve. Don't wait for them. Don't expect the shift. It's not about giving up, it's about seeing. The mind resists, it craves the old dream. But you can override it, one breath at a time. Stand still, don't react. The void isn't loss, it's where you reclaim your center. You can end without drama. The urge to please burns. You bend, you shift, you silence your truth. Their approval, their nod, feels like air. You think, if you give enough, they'll stay. They won't. The pain isn't their rejection, it's your betrayal of yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it." The urge isn't your duty, it's your trap. To please or to stand. The choice is yours. The trap of pleasing is a weight you can drop, but it waits for you to bend again. What if you stood firm and chose self-command instead? Remedy 9. Step back from the urge to please. You bend again. Words you don't mean, actions you don't choose, all to keep them close. You please because their approval feels like worth. You think, if you give enough, the lone lines will fade. It doesn't. It grows a hollow ache, born from betraying your truth. You tell yourself, one more compromise, and you'll be seen. It's a lie. Each sacrifice dims you further. The cost is your center. Every moment spent pleasing steals your self-command. The pain isn't their distance, it's your drift from who you are. You don't just lose their gaze, you lose your own. The mind phrase, wired to seek their nod, not your ground. You don't see it because you're too busy giving. The effort doesn't connect, it disconnects. Seneca said, "No one can be free who is a slave to others' opinions." Their approval isn't your truth, it's their limit. The reflex to please is a chain you forge with each yes. Each time you bend, you break inside. Each time you stand, you rebuild. The choice is yours, but the ache is real. Step back, breathe, let the urge pass. Don't speak, don't act, don't give what's not yours. It's not about them, it's about you. Choosing presence over loss. The mind resists. It craves their smile. But you can override it, one pause at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The void isn't rejection. It's where you reclaim your truth. Not doing is power too. Old self, I should have done more. Stoic self, you did enough. Let it rest. Old self, but what if I'd changed? Stoic self, the past doesn't bend. You do. Old self, why does it still hurt? Stoic self, because you keep holding. Let go. The dialogue fades when you choose the second voice. The regret isn't truth, it's noise. To listen or to silence, the choice is yours. The voice of regret is a trap you can quiet, but it waits for you to answer again. What if you ignored it and chose clarity instead? Remedies. Observe regret without thinking. You think regret holds answers. The mind replays what you did, what you didn't, what you lost. You chase the thought as if solving it will free you. It won't. It's a trap, pulling you deeper into a past you can't change. You tell yourself one more what if, and the pain will ease. It doesn't. Each loop tightens the knot, keeping you from now. The heart whispers, go back, fix it. It lies. The past is done. The cost is your presence. Every moment spent in regret steals your ground. The loneliness grows not from what happened, but from your refusal to let it rest. You don't just revisit the past. You live in it. The mind phrase, wired to chase ghosts, not truth. You don't see it because you're too busy unraveling. The regret doesn't explain, it consumes. Epictetus said, you have power over your mind, not over what's done. The regret isn't your truth, it's your choice. The reflex to chase it is a weight you add with each thought. Each time you dwell, you sink. Each time you observe, you rise. The choice is yours, but the weight is real. Observe, step back, breathe. Let the regret rise, then pass. Don't fight it, don't feed it. See it, name it, let it go. It's not about erasing, it's about seeing. The mind resists. It craves the old ache, but you can override it. One pause at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The past isn't your prison unless you lock the door. Silence isn't surrender. You avoid the truth of the pain. You turn away, distract, deny. The ache sits heavy, but you pretend it's not there. You think ignoring it makes you strong. It doesn't. It festers, a shadow you can't outrun. Seneca wrote, there is no evil that is not worse for being postponed. The pain isn't your foe, it's your signal to face or to flee. The choice is yours. The shadow of pain is a truth you can face, but it waits for you to turn away again. What if you stood still and chose ground instead? Remedy 11. Face the truth of pain. You turn away again. The pain sits heavy, but you avoid it. You scroll, you work, you laugh, anything to keep it at bay. You think ignoring it makes it fade. It doesn't. It grows, a shadow creeping into every corner. You tell yourself, one more distraction, and you'll be free. It's a lie. Each dodge binds you tighter. The heart whispers, run, and you'll escape. It's wrong. The pain follows. The cost is your clarity. Every moment spent avoiding steals your presence. The loneliness grows, not from the pain, but from your refusal to see it. You don't just hide the ache, you hide yourself. The mind phrase, wired to flee truth, not embrace it. You don't see it because you're too busy running. The pain doesn't shrink, it shapes you. Marcus Aurelius said, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't think it. The pain isn't your enemy, it's your mirror. The reflex to avoid is a choice, not a shield. Each time you turn away, you lose ground. Each time you face it, you gain. The choice is yours, but the truth waits. Ground. Step back. Breathe. Let the pain rise. Don't run. Don't hide. Don't deny. See it. Feel it. Let it pass. It's not about erasing. It's about seeing. The mind resists. It craves the old escape, but you can override it, one breath at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The truth isn't your prison. It's your foundation. You don't have to react. 80% of social media scrolling triggers comparison-based depression. The screen pulls you in promising connection. It delivers isolation. The choice, to scroll or to pause, is yours. The pull of the screen is a reflex you can break, but it waits for you to reach again. What if you turned it off and chose silence instead? Remedy 12. Master non-reaction to isolation's pull. The silence cuts deep. No messages, no calls, no one there. Isolation wraps around you. A weight you didn't choose. You reach for the phone to fill the void, to feel seen. You think reacting will break the quiet. It doesn't. It feeds it, a cycle of need that leaves you emptier. You tell yourself, one more connection, and the lone lines will lift. It won't. Each reach pulls you further from your center. The cost is your stillness. Every reaction steals your ground. The isolation grows not from the silence, but from your fight against it. You don't just feel alone. You teach yourself to need the noise, the mind phrase, wired to chase connection, not truth. You don't see it because you're too busy reaching. The silence isn't your enemy. It's your mirror. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." The isolation isn't your truth. It's your signal. The reflex to react is a choice, not a necessity. Each time you reach, you drift. Each time you pause, you anchor. The choice is yours, but the quiet waits. Stay still. Step back. Breathe. Let the silence rise. Don't text. Don't scroll. Don't chase. It's not about connection. It's about seeing. The mind resists. It craves the noise. But you can override it, one breath at a time. Stand still. Don't react. The void isn't your prison. It's where you reclaim your strength. The void is where it clears. The phone screen goes dark. The room holds its breath. No sound, no movement, just you. The urge to check, to chase, to explain, passed. You didn't react, you stayed still. The silence isn't empty, it's yours. What remains when you stop running? The pain, the loss, they don't vanish, but they don't own you unless you let them. Did you pause or did you freeze? The answer waits in the quiet. Stillness is where you begin again.